Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. It's just us. We got fucking new mics. We're hanging out.
Reptiles Without Tino and Eric podcast, dude.
Eric is in fucking Europe.
Yeah, he's fucking in Europe, dude.
Yeah, I hope. Tino is playing Jesus today with Easter.
What?
Yeah, today's Easter, so he went to go do religious stuff.
For real?
Yeah.
What do they do?
Look for eggs on the ground.
What does that have to do with Jesus, bro?
The way, okay. Sorry for the religious people out there. So the way that I described it to my niece, I was like, okay, Sarah, Jesus was resurrected today. And you know how he turned water into wine? So I was like, when he woke up, there was a rabbit trying to take over the world, and he turned the rabbit into chocolate. That's why we celebrate Easter with the rabbit chocolates. Just so you know.
Anyways, I'm going with that story for the rest of my life. Yeah. I accept it.
I can't wait for her to tell her friends in school. It's gonna be great.
Love it. I love it.
So we just sponsored, I don't know if they've announced it yet, but we just sponsored the Tikki's Geckos Gecko Club thing.
You didn't even know the name, bro?
No,
yo, that's fucked up.
What, can somebody look it up? What is it? The Gold Standard Gecko Club. So pretty much I know we've spoken about it before, but they're at expos and stuff like that. From what I gather, they're gonna have gecko competitions depending on the morph, the way that it looks, and all that shit. Which I think, in a way, we kind of align because it's about high standard of the animals, the best in breed at that point. I
wonder what the qualifications are for that. So I'm excited to see.
I mean, I'm assuming that Tikki's a judge, but I don't know who the other judges are for that stuff.
Like for the gargoyle, are they like measuring the horns and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think they're starting with crested geckos and crested gecko morphs, and I think like that, like they're gonna be looking at the heads and stuff like that, the body structure, the size of the peens. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with that, and hopefully tons of people join and see how it grows, you know?
Yeah.
Something very new that nobody else has tried. I've never heard of that in reptiles, honestly.
Yeah, I know that it's going to be at that Flora Fauna conference that they do in New York, which is fucking dope. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Bro, it's like, I mean, it's a reptile show, but where they do it, it's beautiful. If I'm not mistaken, they do like weddings in that place. So if you think of like upstate New York and somewhere where they're gonna do like bridal showers and weddings and that kind of stuff, like you could imagine how nice that place is.
Yeah. That's dope.
And when I was looking at the stuff that they did last year, I was like, fuck, I'd like to go. That'd be fun.
Is it just like a regular reptile show, like deli cups and shit, or is it like
shit, I don't know. That much I don't know. Okay. But it's beautiful looking. Maybe we go over there or something.
Yeah, that sounds dope.
Yeah. What else?
So all of this happens in person, like
shit. It's in person, and then like so. I think the point is that let's say you become your gecko wins. You breed that gecko. Now it's like quote unquote worth more because like this shit is fucking certified of sick nasty. Like this is insane.
Tikki certified.
Tikki certified. It's crazy.
That's insane.
Which I think
man, I'm gonna tell you right now something about David and Manny. Both of them motherfuckers know what the fuck they're doing because they're bringing something so simple, so used outside of the industry that the industry does not take advantage of, and that is marketing and putting a name to something that doesn't even need it, like the Deadpool stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? The Deadpool line does not need to be called the Deadpool line. But he killed that shit.
There's one other person that does that, and they do it in ball pythons. It's Justin Kobilka that he does like
yes.
But specifically, what I like that David and Manny are doing. So you, Chuck, you have a big audience, right? The whole goal with a lot of people when they have a large audience is like, how can you leverage that audience to quote unquote make a living for yourself?
Yes.
In the animal realm, everybody thinks that I have audience, therefore I leverage audience in the animals that I sell. But they took that shit to the next level. They're like, I'm leveraging my audience to create this like industry around these fucking geckos. And it's not just them. It's like, I'm going to spread the wealth and we're going to really look at these geckos and pick the best ones that are around, it's gonna keep people from like doing a lot of like inbreeding and stuff like that. They're gonna be paying more attention to like how healthy the animal is and not just the mutation, which is the best thing, man.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, but also as a business, also as a business, like you don't even have to breed your own stuff to make anything out of it.
Yeah.
Whether it's the experience or money. Like, you just sit there and you judge some shit.
Yeah.
And you're making a change and you're having fun in the process. Because I know they're about to have a lot of fun with that.
Hell yeah.
So, very good that we're sponsoring
that little thingy-majiggy.
That
Fuck yeah.
thingy-majiggy.
Yeah, talking about having fun, Tino on Thursday took me and a couple of us to the Reptile... What is it? The Reptile Discovery Center in DeLand, Florida. Have you ever been?
No, but I do have friends that work there.
Okay. So, I saw them milk snakes. Fire.
Okay.
Right?
You saw the tit? Like they were...
Yeah. I was like, yo, I didn't even know snakes had teeth and stuff like that. No, but it was kind of uncomfortable, I'm not gonna lie, because there was a kids party happening right there, and then it's me, a bunch of our friends, and we're all getting hyped about them milking snakes, and you know that we're not keeping our mouths shut about being fucking obscene, and there's 5-year-olds everywhere, and then all of a sudden they bring around like it was a king snake and a ball python, and this fucking asshat every 5 seconds is like, Yoshi, hold the ball python, let's take a picture of you holding the ball python. Yeah,
and you did.
No, I didn't. This guy did though.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
photo.
you saw the photo.
That photo.
Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, it's small. Yeah, I think that I'm not gonna lie. I always say it, but I think I'm very spoiled being from Miami. That I have Miami Zoo there. That's the zoo that I'm used to. So like whenever I go to those smaller things, I'm like, oh, it's whatever. But it was cool seeing a bunch of animals. Obviously, I like the way that they do their enclosures outside. So they elevate everything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought that was interesting. I'm like, that's a lot of fucking work, digging up all that shit and putting it in there. But all of the outside enclosures were elevated, obviously, except for the gator enclosure. Yeah.
Did you see any alligator snapping turtles?
I did not, no. No. Did we? No.
They're there.
Really? With the gators, maybe?
I don't know. I don't know where they have them.
Got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, but it was cool. It was cool. We got to see they milked a coral snake.
What did they do? Coral monocled?
Yeah, coral monocled, cottonmouth, EDB. But fucking Tino, of course. So before they milk anything, they like have a sign of the species and stuff like that. But obviously the common name is big because who's looking at that? 5-year-olds. Yeah. So every time that they would lift the sign before they brought a new animal out, Tino would be like, oh, that's fucking Nercephorus pipitouchemphorus. And he would he's like, yeah, I only read Latin. I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Tino.
He's so annoying.
Yeah. Tyler, can you pass me the topics? There was an article that came out about... Jesus Christ! That was going for my fucking head, dude.
Threw it like a frisbee, bro.
All right, so there was a pet snake missing for years and was reunited with its owner after being dropped off in the yard by a crow. Okay.
Bro, why in the fairy tale ass?
Yo, check this out. So, the United Kingdom's Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, RSPCA, received a call earlier this month about a corn snake that was spotted atop a garage roof in a resident's yard in England, according to the BBC. You know what BBC stands for?
I don't want to know.
Okay. The inspector told the outlets the 3-foot-long snake had been picked up by a crow, then dropped off when the bird realized it bitten off more than it could chew. Now, this is the thing. What animal did I just say it was?
Corn.
What is that?
Retic.
That's what they say that they found. Can you believe this fucking clickbait?
What did they really find?
Who knows?
Yeah, a crow flying around with a big ass retic,
bro. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, not only that, but like the crow brought a snake back after years.
That's what I'm saying.
Suck a dick.
That thing was probably just vibing,
somewhere,
and then all of a sudden it's on the roof.
There was a crow somewhere, yeah. It's like, oh, the crow brought it. Hey, bro, get some teeth. Shut up.
And then there's another article here. So, we spoke about that they discovered the different species of anacondas,
yes,
right?
sir.
So, after they released that, I guess this is the person that discovered that whole situation. They apparently went back to the area and they saw like whatever the giant one that they were surveying.
Yeah.
That one specifically. Apparently, they found it super dead. That's something that my dad told me. He's like, you have to talk about this on the podcast.
Dead by what?
Dead by Amazon rainforest. I don't know.
Like poachers.
I don't know.
Humans,
They just said that they found it dead.
animals?
They just found it dead.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It doesn't say what happened?
No, I could read this article, but you know how we do. We don't really look into these things.
Bro. I wonder what the fuck happened, dude.
Yeah, no.
Because that's so weird. And to find it again so easily, too.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
He writes here, the fact that I got to spend over an hour with her at the bottom of the river remains one of my most breathtaking
he drowned it.
experiences.
And now we're underwater holding that thing. Goddamn, motherfucker.
Oh, that's funny.
And how did he find it again? Did they put a tracker on that?
I would imagine that that's kind of like what's going on.
Because that's fucking weird to find it that easily again and it's just dead.
It says that she's not the longest on record, but that what is it? Says the longest snake ever measured was a captive reticulated python called Medusa. Yeah. 25 feet, 2 inches. Damn, average.
Ooh, Medusa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fat fuck.
Yeah.
Have you seen Medusa?
No, I haven't seen
Oh,
Medusa.
Medusa looks like shit, bro.
Really? Pull up a picture. I wanna
Bro,
see
Medusa looks like shit. Medusa is fat as fuck if that thing even is still alive.
Ugh. Who had Medusa?
It was like a freak fucking place. Like literally. It wasn't like an animal place. It was like
Somebody just had the fuck.
It's not like I don't want to say a circus because it wasn't a circus, but it was like taxidermy and like a place like that. Yeah, like that. It was like that. Yeah, like a place like that. So the edge of hell is what it was called. Look at that bitch.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's one hell of a fucking monster. Look at that thing. Is that real? Was it the way?
Yeah, that's an anaconda.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's not Medusa.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, look at that thing.
Hell yeah.
It was long as fuck. But yeah, I was in an oddity place.
Yeah, so I'm going to read a couple comments that we got because I know that we've been getting a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
So you called me the other day.
Yep.
And you were like, yo, we got to respond to these comments. Still haven't responded.
Oh,
Going to respond.
I noticed, bro. Piece of shit, bro.
Yeah. But I wanted to address some of them here today because a lot of them have been real cool. We've been getting a lot of comments of like, oh, like, why isn't this getting more views and shit like that? Share the fucking podcast.
Yeah. How about you help out? How about you shut the fuck up? No, just
Yeah, no, so literally one of them was, bro, I don't know how y'all don't have more views. I listen to y'all religiously. Appreciated.
Yeah, we are a religion, bro. We're a cult.
Hell yeah, on Easter Sunday, today.
My bad.
Yeah. So we spoke about the Xantic water monitor a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So Tipping Scales writes, great episodes, couple footnotes. He says he talked to ALA Reptiles 2 hours after he was talking about selling the Xantic water monitor, and he ultimately decided to keep it. He said also he had the rest of the clutch listed at $6,000 a piece, so he was calling it a $2,000 discount. And he says, fuck the rattlesnake roundups. He said that he got taken to one as a kid and it burned in his memory.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck no. Where's that guy from?
Who, Tippy Scales?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Holy fuck, because if you went to, it's probably Texas or Georgia. That's what I would think. Fuck, going to one of those shits.
Yeah.
And for the guy, I think, I don't know, $2,000 discount. It's not enough, but it's your fucking animal. Do whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he chose to keep it.
Yeah.
Like, it's ugly enough. It'll get you something, bro.
You'll be able to film it for the rest of its life.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
just show it to people and you'll make something out of it and then give the thing a good life.
Yeah. We have here, Tino is the intellectual, but Chuck is the genius. What do you think about that?
I agree with it, bro. Like, I am a fucking genius, bro. A genius, bro. I don't know at what, but like...
But definitely at something.
Yeah. I'm good at something.
All right.
Yeah. Leave it at that.
Somebody, Robust Reptiles writes, what a fun episode, made me decide to this weekend and spending it outside.
We outside! Yo, we've been outside almost, every podcast now. We've been outside. Like today, this is the backyard, but we've been outside.
Yeah, we could have recorded inside. We decided not to.
Yeah, we went outside, bro.
We did go
and
outside.
I think you guys should go outside.
Yeah.
Like, go outside, feel nature, like, and watch us. Let me add that. What other podcast goes outside?
None
this
of them.
AC motherfuckers,
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
This entitled
We're fucking
fucks.
sweating.
This entitled fucks, bro.
Yep.
With a whole bunch of boxes behind them, bro.
Yep.
Go outside, bro.
Yeah.
Go outside and feel the air, bro. Just know we were the first. Keep
Yeah,
going.
talking about the other reptile podcast, the Wild Type podcast writes, "Don't worry, Yoshi. We also have Tinley FOMO."
Yo, go to that podcast then. Go to that podcast then, since you hate us so much.
No, I'm not a girl. I can't go on the podcast.
Who said, bro?
That's the podcast with the two girls.
Yeah, but it's 2024, dude.
You're right.
You could change things up and get on that podcast instead, bro.
I'll go with them to Tinley since you guys don't want to go.
Yeah, literally.
So Banna Fields writes, "You argue on and off, but I always feel like I learned something watching these. Thanks for the laughs."
Yo, there you go. That's very important because we do argue a lot, but that's the point. Everybody has different views on things. I yell a lot, I'm loud, and sometimes I don't say shit while I'm yelling. But, like, if you really pay attention, there are words coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't make any sense.
Yeah, but, like, sometimes, like, you'd be like, God damn, he's not that
Yeah.
crazy. You know, I'm
But
like...
he is crazy.
I'm like reptile industry Kanye. Like,
Oh
I don't
my
make sense
God.
until, like, something goes down.
We got to change your last name to Chucky West.
Chucky West is crazy.
Yep. And then we have another one here. So this was in the Geeky Gecko Creations podcast that we did. So he writes, okay, so do I listen to 4 kids who haven't done the correct research, who openly admit they don't know what they're talking about, they just swear and chat rubbish, or someone who has been in the hobby for years, someone who has made mistakes in the hobby, someone who has had researched their stuff? First off, thanks for calling me a kid, because everybody in this friend group loves to roast on me because I'm the oldest one. So thank
That
you.
feels good.
It
That
does
feels
feel.
good.
I was like, yes, I am a kid.
Okay, this is what I love. I love how people watch the podcast and don't know one thing about us other than us talking in front of a camera and don't know what each one of us does.
Yeah.
Like each one of us is extremely smart and each one of us have different perspectives because we come from different places.
Yeah.
Like right now, Tino's doing a lot of conservation shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's very close with that.
Or at least pretending to.
Something like that. Very, very close to those things, and like he's getting more into like actual animals in the wild, not
Yeah.
only in boxes. I work as a zookeeper. I work with reptiles of all sorts: venomous snakes, crocodilians, non-venomous snakes, monitors. Like each one of us does something. You breed reptiles up the ass. Like each one of us.
Whoa. Pause.
You do. And then, I mean, it's a cloaca, that's the ass. And then Eric keeps things, and he's a very smart, and the TISM helps him a lot.
Yeah.
So, like, we're not just kids talking stuff without knowing. Like, we're not just kids talking shit without knowing. Each one of us has a different view because we come from different places. Now, whenever you talk about somebody else, like, oh my God, he's bred this, he's bred that, he has experience breeding this, that does not compare one fucking bit to the things that all of us together can combine. So I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah. This is a unique situation that we got here.
Yeah. So whenever you want to judge any of us, just do a little research on each one of us, and then you'll be like, okay, I might have to step back.
Yeah.
Because we have different views because we're doing different things.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
Rock and roll. So, you were telling me something about a gator in New York.
Oh my God. It's probably old by now, but I was gone. I was herping and stuff. So in New York, this guy had an alligator. He tried to do his permit again. It didn't go through. The government took it.
Okay.
When they take the alligator has been famous, and he's been feeding it like the wrong diet. The alligator has MBD up the ass, and it's something that.
Oh, you sent a photo of this, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it happens very often. So what happens with the American alligator specifically is very noticeable with them the most, is that whenever you keep them in captivity, different things change the way they look. So with the MBD that they get, their teeth end up pointing outwards instead of down. So they end up outwards. The head, instead of becoming longer, it becomes wide, and that's what we call a hamburger head. The eyes go to shit. Like their body just does not look good.
Yeah.
It does not look good. And that is because of the wrong diet, bad enclosures, no sunlight or anything like that.
Yeah.
So whenever that happens, the alligator is going through shit.
Yeah.
And you can see this through our industry, honestly. Like if you look at J Prehistoric, his alligators look like that. Not as bad. I'm gonna tell you right, not as bad, because he probably gives them more than just chicken breast, which is what this alligator was getting. And now people are fighting, like normies are fighting, like it's his right to keep this pet, give the alligator back, give him his permits and all these things. But in reality, he did a horrible job at taking care of this animal.
There's mind you, obviously we can't really compare humans to animals in the law, but if you're not taking care of your kid correctly, the government gets involved.
That happens with animals too. If you don't take care of your dog correctly,
Yeah.
that shit gets taken away, which is what happened.
Yeah,
And I'm glad it happened. Mind you, there's no reversing what happened.
So where does that animal go now?
I don't know where it is. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. But,
Yeah.
But it's pretty fucked up. And it happens all the time, bro. Like if you go to a lot of alligator parks, you see it over and over again.
Yeah.
Bro, I've seen it. I've seen, like, you know, I work with crocodilians. I've seen crocodilians come in from other places, like, that are accredited, that are big names and all these things. And whenever we get the animals, they look like hamburger heads.
Yeah.
Like, just teeth sticking out, the skin is weak. Like,
Yeah.
But whenever you see that and then you're in New York, like, you can't have that animal. I don't think you should have crocodilians in a place where they cannot be outside.
Yeah. There was a video that I was watching about somebody who had a parrot, right? And they had this parrot the majority of its life, but they were an older person. They passed, and they gave the parrot to next of kin, right? But the parrot, I don't know if MBD is what they get, but in that realm for parrots,
The beak?
and the beak,
Yes,
you saw
yes.
the beak, and they had to like completely like chip at it and stuff like that.
So I've seen it multiple times happen, and that one is a little interesting because it can be many different things. So I saw this endangered bird. It was a golden conure, and his beak was like this,
Sideways,
side to side.
yeah.
And I talked to somebody that is experienced with birds, and that's because whenever you take care of them instead of the parent, right, and you have to bottle feed it or hand feed it,
Yeah.
like whenever you're feeding it, the bird is closing its beak, but it's the ligament's not fully there.
Yeah.
So it's moving back and forth.
Yeah.
Where the parent with their beak, they straighten it and then they feed. With a bottle, they're doing this the entire time until once the ligament becomes hard, it closes sideways now. So what people do that are experienced and they know how to do it, they use their hands to keep the beak straight. Almost like their parent would.
Okay.
So it's not something that happens like after they're already adults. It's usually a problem that happens whenever they're small.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know if it's a form of MBD or deformity because of the wrong
Diet.
way of feeding.
Yeah. That's what they were saying for this one. You sent me a video, which I don't know if the other guys responded to it, but that shit was fire. It was a video of parrots in Miami.
What a fire fucking video, but fuck the guy that did it.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, yo, this shit looks fire, but fuck you.
Do you know the name of the video? So we could, like,
Not
mention
right
it?
now, not right now. Let me see.
Yeah, pull it up.
Not right now, but let me see. Fuck that guy, bro. Fuck that guy.
Why fuck him?
Did you see the message at the end?
Yeah.
It's
But
called
that
From the
double-
Wild to Miami, the parrot invasion story.
Yeah, the guy does a lot of wild.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of those other videos?
No.
No, I haven't either, but I wanted to take a deep dive to see his filming style. So, pretty much the video describes, which is the double standard that we always talk about, how everybody looks at, reptiles and they're fucking disgusting, we gotta get rid of them. But the parrots in South Florida, everybody's just like, oh, they're a part of our ecosystem now, they're just non-native hanging out kind of thing. And so you talk about why you're saying fuck this dude.
Because it's not true. The video starts with the parrots taking nests from other birds.
Yeah, literally.
That is a negative thing for the environment already.
Yeah.
Even though, that native bird is found throughout the entire state.
Yeah.
That's why they can't say like, oh, it's affecting their population because the parrots right now are only in South, but it's affecting that population in that area. You already admitted that they're stealing nests from those animals. Now, if that is to happen throughout the entire state, or now you're teaching people that it is okay to release animals. You're teaching people that it's okay, there is no consequences.
Yeah.
When there should be consequences. If anything, then this is my problem with the reptile industry as well, because the reptile industry wants reptiles to be treated like that. When in reality, everything else should be treated like the reptiles. to protect what we already have here.
Yeah.
Like, we have endangered birds. Can you name one?
Can I name one?
Yeah.
Hispaniola,
Shut up.
Bengali.
We have endangered birds in Florida. If
I
you're
only-
from Florida, can you name one? If the answer is no, that already tells me enough about the
Yeah.
people that are watching
Yeah.
and thinking that way. You don't know the endangered birds. You don't know the animals that are
Yeah.
being threatened not only by invasive species, but by ourselves. Now we're adding other species on top of everything
Yeah.
that makes everything a lot harder. So I think there should be programs to get rid of those
Yeah.
animals.
I'm not allowed to talk about what it is that Tino's doing conservation-wise, right?
I don't know.
Because
don't know.
I wanted to mention something. So what everybody, from what I understand with like the quote-unquote non-native invasive problem, everybody's worried about that animal affecting the resources of the other ones. But we're not talking about pathogens.
Oh, yeah,
We're not
yeah,
talking about bacteria that can get
Yeah,
transferred over
and that's already
generations,
happening.
generations.
And that's
Yeah.
already happening, which we've talked about.
Okay.
But there's a group of people right now studying pygmy rattlesnakes that have what is it, like a lungworm? It's a
Something, yeah.
parasite that comes from the invasive species that we have brought.
Yeah.
Now that is found all the way to North Florida.
Yeah. And even though, mind you, maybe said animal cannot live in that area, but the effects of said animal can transfer.
Absolutely,
through
yeah,
other
yeah.
ways.
So there's one species of that parasite that comes from Burmese pythons, and you can find it in Central Florida. There are no pythons in Central Florida.
Yeah.
But guess what? It travels through all the native species because the rattlesnakes get it, the black racers get it, the anoles get it, and then those animals start giving it to each other,
Yeah.
and it keeps moving up, moving up. And by
Through
the time you find
generations.
out, you're talking about a parasite that lives in a berm. It could be this big and not affect the berm, but this big inside a pygmy changes the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because now that parasite's killing that little rattlesnake. So no, we're not talking about pathogens. We're not talking about the effects of the health of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to think, oh my God, a bird is pretty. We should let it live and fuck all the native animals. Even though you might say like, no, it's not affecting. It's non-native. Like there is evidence that those things long term destroy everything.
Yeah, of course.
But people want to deny it.
Yeah.
And that shit pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah. Like the kangaroo in Tampa.
Kangaroo in Tampa.
What's up with the kangaroo in Tampa?
I
They
don't
found a
fucking
fucking
know,
kangaroo in
dude.
Tampa.
You know, like 2 months ago too, they found grizzlies in North Florida.
Really?
Pets.
Just
walking down the road. They escaped somebody's yard. I'm like, bro,
That's crazy.
this is why laws pass.
Yeah.
This is why shit gets banned. But it never happens because it's always bromeliads, right?
Yeah.
It's always bromeliads. God fucking damn it, Tino. You're not even here and I want to smack him. Fucking
Damn, dude. So
fuck.
tell me something good. Tell me something good that's happening so we don't. We always, I feel like we always get negative on this podcast.
Okay, so
If we're not getting emotional together, we're getting negative.
that is true.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
something good. Well, I just went herping.
Okay.
That's a good thing. I found like 30 snakes
Okay.
in 2 days.
Fun.
Yeah, rattlesnakes, king snakes. I saw my first salamander.
Hell yeah.
What was it? Slimy salamander.
Slimy.
Yeah, I expected them to be like this tiny, but they're actually like this big.
You try to milk it? Like the Sicilians?
Yes, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they're called slimies because there's this goo that comes out of the tail.
Damn, dude, they be milking,
Yeah,
dude.
it was crazy, bro. Like everything I touched got stuck to my hand after.
Really?
And then I like washing my hands with shit.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were very cool. They're very cool. That's probably one of my favorite things I saw.
Huh. Mucho cool. Yeah, I finally got to really like cleaning my reptile room the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been... Listen, when you go through ruts, usually the things inside, the outside stuff gets affected.
Yeah.
Right? So for the past like couple months, you know, like I've been... It's not that I haven't been maintaining my animals. My animals were taken care of. It's the room that was a fucking disaster. You know, it's like, I'll deal with this bin later. I'll deal with that later. I'll just stack this over here and I'll stack that over there. And I was getting to the point where I was like, I can't fucking walk in this room. Like I literally had a walkway to get through it.
That's
you know?
ratchet.
Yeah, dude, I was getting fucking ratchet, and I'm like, dude, it's like, yeah, I can take care of the animals in here, but like, what is this doing for my headspace? So I finally got in there this week since I am unemployed. Pause.
Again.
Again.
And here's the negative.
And I finally cleaned it, and I'm like, dude, this feels amazing to have a fucking actual workspace again. So I'm super happy. I'm like, it like reinvigorated me to work on my projects and stuff like that. You know, with everything that's been going on with me this year, you know, there's definitely been thoughts of like getting out of a lot of the stuff that I'm doing. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. But again, it's just ruts, right? And then now that things are like getting back to normal, I'm just like, fuck yeah. Like, I feel like I could take on the world.
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck the world.
Hell yeah.
You'll put the world on their knees, dude.
All right.
All right. I think
They'll be on their knees, and they'll still probably be taller than me.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
That's a problem to have.
Hell yeah. So yeah, dude, I think this is it.
Yeah.
All right.
Leave a comment. Love
Leave
y'all.
a comment. Share the fucking podcast. Goodbye.